Welcome to Arts Education. This is the continuation of our lesson on arts education, focusing on the arts and crafts of South, West, and Central Asia. After going through this module, you are expected to identify the characteristics of art and crafts found in South, West, and Central part of Asia. Analyze art elements, color, line, shapes, etc., and principles, texture, proportion, emphasis, harmony, in the production of arts and crafts. Understand how art plays a significant role in the daily life and activities of the people. Describe the unique lines, forms, shapes, and colors found in their folk arts. And identify contributions made by the named countries in the field of arts like architecture, painting, and folk arts. Now, let us go to the vibrant art and culture of India. If you look at the map, you will see that India looks like its own continent, but in reality, it is still part of Asia. One of the most populated countries in the world, India is unified by a common cultural and ethical history. Their arts are almost similar on their entire country because of its heritage coming from literatures of Sanskrit, Prakrit, and other regional languages. Their visual arts gave emphasis on Hinduism, which is the religion of most Indian people. This is very much seen in their arts, which started from a long time ago, still following the teaching and learning of their precious religion. To give you an overview of the richness of Indian art, let us start with their architecture. Here, you can see old temples that shows details of the religion in the design. These are the Kajurang Mahadeva Temple and the Krishna Temple. Even in literature, their religion, as well as their creativity, is shown in the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, which are the two greatest epics that I think you will encounter in your Asian literature lesson in English. Their sculptures also show their craftsmanships and focus to details in their ancient sculptures of the Ashoka pillars and the Ajanta caves. Also with the Dancing Girl of Mohendaro and the Kailasa Temple. In paintings, their religion is also very evident, and of course, their style and culture as seen here in the Madhubani painting of Bihar and the Patachitra painting from the state of Odisha. While in music, they have the Carnatic and Hindustani, which we will be talking about on the video for music this grading period also. These are the folk dances in India, and I think you have seen performances where body movements are very much accentuated. These dances are based on their ancient culture and is still danced up to today. Combining their dances and music, they also have a rich heritage when it comes to their theater performances. India also share this traditional art like other countries in Asia. They also have tribal paintings, stone carvings, jewelry makings, leather items, textile arts, and handicrafts. When you see Indian designs, you will always know that it is of Indian influence. Indians love patterns, as seen here in the pictures. They also love colors, not only on their clothes, but also with other things they use inside their houses. Because of the climate in India, most ancient relics and temples were very much preserved, and they had given great importance to such heritage. Now, let us see the evolution of Indian art and its contribution to the world. Because of their love for intricate designs and colors, Indian art is one of the most loved traditional art in the world, being diverse in their style, subject, and mediums used. They have an elaborate set of artworks that is truly amazing, and people who see this art see the artistic tradition which dates back to more than thousands of years ago. The ancient period of Indian art. Bronze and copper are the mediums used by their ancestors, which is why it lasted longer than others. The details and creativity is seen from statues and columns they found inside caves, which is the basis of their creation of art until today. The Ajanta caves of Maharashtra is a big cave which dates back from the 2nd century, where they saw paintings and sculptures of the Buddhism religion. The Ajanta cave is a long cave featuring many stone arts inside and is preserved by India and is one of their heritage sites. The classical period of Indian art. Shiva is one of the three gods of Hinduism, together with Brahma and Vishnu. Shiva is a cosmic dancer with four arms. I want you to focus on the picture. Look at the upper left arm, which holds the fire with which he destroys things around him. The upper rightmost arm holds a drum, which is the first sound heard in the world during the creation. The other two are pointing up and down. The one pointing up shows a reassuring gesture like an OK, and the one pointing down points to the dwarf in which he dances to. Let's give more details to the god Shiva, the Nataraja, or the cosmic dancer or lord of dance. First, his upper right hand, which holds the drum, symbolizes the ancient vibrating sound of creation. His upper left hand holds Agni, a consuming fire of dynamic destruction. His lower right hand shows the Abhaya, or the hand that removes fear and gives protection and preservation, giving an idea of everything will be okay. His raised left leg shows the Gaha Hasta, which is a refuge for troubled souls, and the Prahamandala, or the circle where Shiva is a halo that shows boundaries and limitations. Now, let us go to the Islamic ascendancy or transitional period of Indian art. This was the time that their religion goes from Buddhism to Hinduism and Brahmism, and this is when the two Indian epics Mahabharata and Ramayana was created. The Mughal period of Indian art. Mughals are Muslim people who took over India for some time. They tried to infiltrate the religion, which is why there are also Muslim people in India. The most precious contribution of Mughals in India is the Taj Mahal, which is actually a tomb created by Shah Jahan for his beloved wife who died in childbirth. It is also considered one of the famous tourist attractions of India and a World Heritage Site. Arts and Crafts of India. The Diwali or the Deepavali is a festival of lights which is one of the biggest festival in India. The lights they create connotes victory of light over darkness, and the celebration falls between October and November. They clean their houses to welcome the new year, for they believe that the goddess of wealth, Lakshmi, will not enter their homes if it is dirty. They also open all windows and doors to welcome Lakshmi. This is the new year for India, but instead of fireworks, they light up their houses with Diwali clay lamps to light the way of their goddess and enter their homes. The Diya, Deepa, Deepam, or Deepak is an oil lamp made from clay with cotton wick dipped in ghee or oil and is used during the Festival of Lights. They also have Rangoli, which is a traditional Indian art mostly created also during the Festival of Lights and other festivities too of the Hindu religion. These are patterns created to decorate floors and walls of their houses and temples made from colored rice, dry flour, colored sand, or flower petals. Rangoli came from the words rang meaning color and avali meaning colored creepers or row of colors as seen on the picture. The traditional form of Rangoli uses designs based on nature, and even the colors they use are extracted from natural dyes. But today, they also use synthetic colors rather than their natural dye. Their design usually includes geometric patterns, the swastika, lotus, trident, fish, animals, and other, which is based on their local beliefs and practices. These rangolis are also believed to bring good luck. These are examples of rangolis. Now let us go to Pakistan. When you look at the map, Pakistan is situated at the northern side of India, which makes their art and culture a little similar with India too. The Indus Valley Civilization is known as the earliest known urban culture of the Indian subcontinent, which is also the root of Pakistan arts and culture. But Pakistan art emphasizes more on Islamic religion. Pakistani traditional literature, especially their poetry, is one of their richest forms of art. Poetry is a highly respected art and profession in Pakistan together with their arts on painting and sculpture. After they achieved their independence in the mid-19th century, they adopted modernism as the way of showing change to the world. They mixed this with their traditional art and create arts that are not stereotypes of what they had before. As they were challenged by change, they educated themselves to stem out from their past. Pakistani architecture is divided into four recognized periods: the pre-Islamic, Islamic, colonial, and the post-colonial. Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, and Kotdiji were among the pre-Islamic large buildings that show advancement in urban culture of Pakistan. They are now tourist attractions of the country. These are the Mohenjo-daro and the Kotdiji that show civilization as early as the 3rd millennium BCE in Pakistan. The Pakistan Art Chalk. If we have jeepneys in the Philippines designed with colors and all, Pakistan have their chalks. These are painted with idealized landscapes, famous personalities, flowers, trees, and others. Again, like our jeepneys we ride every day. All their creativity, their art forms, and their crafts are included in the design of their chalks. These are lavishly decorated even with garlands, bells, and their poetic calligraphies. As you can see, their chalks are decorated outside as well as in the inside. Our activity is of the mandala art. To introduce to you the concept, mandala is a spiritual and ritual symbol of Hinduism and Buddhism which represents the universe. Mandala means circle, which is then decorated with geometric designs and patterns that represents the cosmos or deities in various heavenly worlds. Creating mandala is all about finding peace in the symmetry of the design and of the universe. It helps one to strengthen meditation and increase focus. For the instruction on creating your mandala activity, kindly check your FB groups for the details. Also, the links for your quizzes will be posted on your groups. This ends our lesson in arts education for the third grading. Thank you, and I hope you've learned something from watching this video. Stay safe, everyone!